Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are in the last week of June. I just got paid, which means I am $2,500 richer, and I wanted to show you how I finished up the month of June. I'm feeling really good about this month, so I'm super excited to show you guys what I did, spent, saved, and all of that jazz in this video. But before we get started, my name is Bo. I am 32 years old and I live in Seattle, Washington, and I am on a journey to reach $1 million net worth before retirement age, so before 65. And if you guys are interested in my journey, please subscribe and follow along, and I will get right into the video, starting with my bills. Okay, so for the month of June, we are looking pretty good. We finished out all of our bills here. I was able to pay my Netflix that came through, as well as my blog bill. I went grocery shopping yesterday and I was $5 or $6 under budget. So we were at $119.51. And then for electric, I paid $47.21. For Orca, I actually did not ride the bus at all, or I didn't add to my bus card at all, so I did not pay that $20. So yeah, we are done with the month of June for our bills, and we can move on to some housekeeping items. So for savings, I did not put anything in my individual savings account, my high yield savings account. I have been focusing on investing. And so the month of June is sitting at zero, and I think it's going to be sitting at zero for the rest of the year. As for the cabin trips, we took what we had saved and put it into our income. So we're actually using that to buy things to get ready, to buy, pay for the housing, the car, stuff like that. So it's currently being used, but I have not added anything to our Canada trip for the end of the year yet. We're going to start on saving for that trip in August. And for my sinking funds, I did throw another $500 towards my individual brokerage account. So on 6/18/2025, I threw $500 there, which puts me at $14,866.67. And right now, because the market is up, it's actually sitting at 15,000 and some change, almost 16,000. But that's just how much I actually put in. And so for the year, we had a goal of reaching $12,000 invested by December of 2025. And we are sitting at $11,500 or $11,666.66 invested so far. So we are less than $400 away from meeting this goal. And like I said, I had a feeling that we would be able to beat this goal. So I really think we're going to actually blow past it, and I can't wait. But I don't want to speak too soon. But that is where we are with our investing, and I'm super, super happy about that. And it really took one of the subscribers just being like, what is your investment strategy? What are your goals for investing? During one of my live streams, for me to get back on track with that, because I really was hoarding money in my high yield savings account, and that's not the purpose of this channel. So thank you to the person who pointed that out in my last live stream. And let's get started with some of these numbers. For the month of June, I had 3 goals. I crushed these goals, at least the money related ones. I am still looking for alternative income streams, but I haven't broken any ground yet per se. I have been doing my research, however, as well as keeping my spending tamed. You guys, I actually freaking did it. And then saving $2,500, did that. I invested $2,500, which is great because it's vastly different than what happened in May. I, focused on my sinking funds, which means I wasn't able to pay myself at all for this cabin trip coming up. And that's okay, because now we're able to get back on track with saving. And so that's what the goals are looking like. I'm super excited with how this month is going, how it went, and hopefully we can continue this momentum for the rest of the year. So I have everything written out for you guys already. It's looking a little messy, but it will make sense as I, move forward with my numbers. So I was paid $2,486.16. So with the cabin sinking fund of $2,500 being added back in, since I will be using that, I made a total of $7,610.87. Now, without the sinking fund, so with everything that I actually earned and not saved this month. So that's bank interest, W 2 check number one, W 2 check number two. Total that came out to $5,110.87. So that is the true number that I earned this month. And then I just added the 25 sinking fund because it is going to be in my budgeted expenses. So for the month, I had budgeted expenses of $4,875. So that is how much I wanted to spend on all of my categories as well as my miscellaneous spend and stuff like that. And I was able to stay within that. So let's see first what I did spend my money on this page here. And this is all for miscellaneous spend. I try to keep it within this first page. And thank goodness, because look how many pages there are. There's like 5 pages for spending, which is crazy. And yeah, I did my best to just not spend too much money. A lot of my friends were like out of town and stuff, so that helped as well as things like the theater and the opera closing down for the season. I really didn't have to worry about those type of expenses. But most of my spending this month in the miscellaneous category was on food, ice cream, sushi. I bought some gifts for my sister because this cabin trip coming up in July is for her birthday. So we're all going to be going there to celebrate the people who were born in July. So I've been spending a lot of money on her this month. Brunch, more gifts, some Amazon things. And then I went to the solstice party today actually and spent $68. And so all of that total came out to $515.19. And as you guys might remember, my goal for miscellaneous spending this month was $600. So I am under that, which is insane. And as of yesterday, I was sitting at about $322 spent. But in the past 2 days, I really spent a lot of money getting gifts for my sister and some things that I needed that have been on my purchase list. And so that's what got me up to $515. And what I'm learning is $600 is really looking like that sweet spot. So I think I might be giving myself that much for spending going forward. We'll see. As long as I am meeting my savings goals, I'm learning that I should just spend what I want to spend as long as it's within my budget. So that is where we are with our spending. Let's see how much we actually paid towards our expenses. So my total expenses, actual expenses paid, was $4,311.37. So that means I am under by $563.63. So that is how much I saved, or how much I have left in my account, because I did not spend all of the money this month. So I am under budget by $500. I don't know if I've ever had that much of a deficit, which just shows that I really need to focus on my mental health when it comes to budgeting. When I obsess over the numbers and really like lock in too much, that's when I slip. I emotionally spend. I don't understand it, you guys, but I'm noticing the pattern. And so I'm going to try to be more honest with myself, kinder, lenient with myself going forward so that I can just save my money. So that is what we are looking at. That's what we are looking like for the numbers this month. Now let's go to the last page, which, as you know, is the monthly recap. And as you guys see, I did not pre-do it, so please forgive me, but I will not take too long to do this now. I had a balance of $384.86 from last month, and my total income was in the 7,000s because of the sinking fund. All right, so I ended up doing this math and it came out to around $800 left over in my bank account total after everything is added up. I can't wrap my head around this number, you guys. You know, when I do this on camera, I cannot do it. I don't want any flack comments about this freaking math, but that is what we're sitting at for the month. I'm not going to bore you with this. I do know that I saved $2,500 savings. I know that my total expenses, I'm just going to say expenses, were $4,311.37, which means left over I had $799.50. And I think really what's throwing this off is that I put the $2,500 in there from the sinking fund. And so I didn't actually add this total income to the numbers. And that's probably what's throwing it off. However, this is the amount that is in my bank account. And so I feel okay with that number. And usually if I don't do the breakdown or the pie chart off camera, then I'm just going to do a consolidated little pie chart like this just to save some time. But this is what we're sitting at. So did I achieve these month's goals? Heck yes. Heck yes. I was focused. I took each day as they came. I focused on just feeling good, enjoying each day as they came, not thinking so much about money. I really focused too on my health, on working out and just taking care of, my skin and my hydration, stuff like that. And it took my mind off of the money, and it also helped me do other things besides just thinking about money. And so I think that really did help. And that's why I achieved this month's goal. I didn't have any trouble this month, like at all. I actually was able to stay under my spending goal. And that's even with having to buy presents, which I've never experienced before. So I didn't have any trouble whatsoever. I learned this month that I need to be more lenient. I need to take it easy and stop being so, crackdownish. Stop always cracking the whip on myself about the money that I spend and tracking every single dollar, because it makes me unhappy. As you guys saw in a few videos ago, I was low energy, burnt out, just really tired about budgeting. And, when I'm not able to save as well, it really does mess with me mentally. And so it could be because I invested $2,500 this month. So I'm feeling good about that. But I'm going to try to keep this momentum going for the rest of the year. We are officially at the halfway point at this point. And so, the first half of the year has gone all right. And so I just want to finish the rest of the year off pretty good as well. What could I improve? Honestly, I need to improve, maybe not this month, but in general, I need to not be so hot and cold, up and down, and just letting money affect my life so much, because there is more to me than just budgeting. However, I do think about it so much, and it's at this point to an unhealthy degree. And so I do want to kind of compartmentalize these videos and my channel from my personality, because I don't want it to feel like I am my channel. And I've noticed that with this month, focusing on, enjoying my life, having fun, stuff like that, my relationships, it has helped me to not feel like such like a robot and just so burnt out with what I am doing and focused on the numbers. And so that is where we are for the month of June. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was a great month. I hope you guys had a good month too. Please leave a comment down below on what you did this month, what you saved. Did you guys start investing yet? Because I know there's some of you that are thinking about it. I just want to hear about your journeys as well, because I find that it's easier to go forward with things like this. I know that a lot of people are a little bit wary of investing or scared of investing. I just want to know what you guys are up to in terms of your investment journey. So leave that down below. I often forget to do this wrap up, and I forgot to do it last month, so I did it in my live stream. However, this month, I wanted to just keep track of it. Like I said, I don't want to have to do this at the end of the year like I did last year, and it takes a long time. And so this is what we are going to do now. So for June, I made $7,995.73, and my expenses were $4,311.37. Other expenses, nothing. Debt, nothing. Saved $2,500. Cool. So that's where we are with our saving, looking great. So we are at 5, 6, 7, 17, 5, 17, 18, 1, 19, 20, 21, 6. So we're at $21,600 and some change. That's where we are for the year. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.